Good afternoon. I'm David Kramer at the National Weather Service, the Alaska statewide weather. Starting off for the remainder of the day, our main low pressure system is in the eastern Bering with an associated front that stretches down across the Aleutian Islands, bringing rain to those areas, extending into the Bristol Bay and YK Delta areas. Some of that rain is also making its way as far north as the Norton Sound area. Further to the west, fog is also mixed in with the rain, St. Lawrence Island area extending down to around the Pribilofs. Further to the north, Kotzebue Sound and further up, not a whole lot in terms of precipitation, although there is some fog around the Point Hope area. For the Brooks Range and down into most of the interior, not a whole lot in terms of precipitation. However, there are some isolated thunderstorms with a low pressure that is around the Eagle area. Down in the south central, rain is expected, which is continuing to the Cordova area, but as we get closer to Yakutat and areas along the Panhandle, not a whole lot in terms of rain, with some fog down in the southern parts of the Panhandle. As we move into tonight, some rain will get closer to the Gulf side of a lot of the Panhandle areas, and then from Yakutat all the way along the Gulf Coast to the Kodiak area, are expecting to see rain that does extend up into the Anchorage Bowl area and places around Talkeetna as well. Our main low frontal system slowly moving to the south and east. That is bringing rain to the Aleutian Islands, the Bering Sea, Bristol Bay, YK Delta areas, and southerly flow extending up the western coast of the state, bringing rain all the way through the Kotzebue Sound area with some fog along the Arctic coast. Into Thursday, that fog will start to mix in with rain along the Arctic coast and extend down to the western part of the state into the YK Delta and Bristol Bay areas. That will also be into the eastern Aleutian Islands and Alaska Peninsula, and then way out to the west Shimea, we'll see some rain and fog out there. In the Bering Sea, rain and fog as well for the Pribilofs, and then along the Gulf Coast and south central, rain expected there, as well as down into the Panhandle areas. Through the interior, eastern parts, not a whole lot of rain, but as we get up into parts of the Brooks Range, expected to see some isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening hours on Thursday. Into Friday, we are going to see some fog along the Arctic coast that starts to mix with rain near Barrow and then goes down the western coast of the state all the way down to the Bristol Bay area, extending into parts of the south central and around southern parts of the Alaska Range. That rain will also extend down into the Panhandle area all the way down to near Ketchikan. And as we get off to the western part of the state, our low is finally starting to break down, but we are going to see some remnants of that low bringing some rain to parts of the eastern Aleutian Islands and Alaska Peninsula. Further out to the west, high pressure is starting to move into the area, bringing fog to areas of the western Aleutian Islands. With Alaska statewide weather,